Welcome back to another SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. Nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo lahat sa pagsuporta na aking channel, lalo sa mga dati ko pang gameplay na SmackDown vs. Raw. So ipagpatuloy natin itong gameplay natin. So let's fucking do this, guys. Welcome back to another SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. So nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo lahat sa pagsuporta na aking channel, lalo sa mga dati ko pang gameplay ng SmackDown vs. Raw wrestling games. So last time ko daw nagkakamali ay kinalaban natin si Edge. So continue natin to.
Spear! There's the pin! It's over! Edge has won the Fatal 4-Way! Edge has just won one of the most exciting and competitive matches I've ever seen. And you have to believe that Triple H is out here to restore Edge's title opportunity.
Great match, Edge. Seriously. I'm sure you really impressed all these people out here tonight. But when you're in a position like mine, part of the job description is to be decisive and make tough decisions. Although I appreciate you busting your ass out here tonight, I also have to live up to my responsibilities as interim GM. And that means I can't just flip-flop on a decision I made a few short weeks ago. So I'm afraid you're still not #1 contender material. And you're not gonna get a title shot at BackLash.
Oh, what a load of... What the hell does the game have against Edge?
Oh my gosh! Edge has lost it!
King, I think Edge could feed our interim general manager a knuckle sandwich right about now and have no regrets at all. And who could blame him?
Nauna na naman yung yung salita. Sira na talaga yun ng PS2. Edge suspended. Okay, so guys, okay na lang magbasa niyan. I-post ninyo na lang. Okay, player. Okay.
Welcome to Raw, coming to you from the land of the Razorbacks, Little Rock, Arkansas. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
Little Rock can't wait to see the Raw Superstars. This show's been sold out for weeks.
These Little Rock fans know that Raw never disappoints, and tonight is no exception. I can't wait to get started. Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
Ulit nga.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, the submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this.
The submission has been expertly applied, and now it's just a matter of time.
That's right, JR. You've either got to break the hold or get broken by it. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off.
He saw that one coming.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some
Sakit.
excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
He reversed it.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just
See.
enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that, King? How can you insult the
Tanga.
intelligence of these WWE fans?
Well, I heard that we gave them an IQ test, and the results came back negative.
Folks, I've got to apologize for the King here tonight. He must have gotten up on the wrong side of somebody else's bed this morning. I think this crowd has decided to exercise their right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. This is a mistake,
The-
JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars money.
That might be true, King.
Panalo tayo.
Here's your winner, the People's Champ.
Pasensya na doon sa aso guys kung may narinig kayo. Kasi kapag may nakikita pusa yun nagagalit.
Here we go. Triple H is going to reveal the #1 contender for the WWE title.
Well, he took his sweet time about it. BackLash is this Sunday.
As you've all witnessed, I've spent the last few weeks conducting an exhaustive search for the #1 contender for the WWE title at BackLash. In that time, I've examined the entire Raw roster, from top to bottom, backwards and forwards, over and over.
Oh, get to the point already, would you?
The general manager's talking.
And after much soul-searching and reflection, I've found just 3 letters that could possibly belong on that marquee. H, H, H.
You've got to be kidding me. He's not serious.
So for the sake of Raw, I'm gonna pull double duty this Sunday and serve as both general manager and the #1 contender for the WWE title.
This is absolutely disgusting. Being Raw's general manager wasn't enough. Triple H needs the WWE title too.
Okay yung kasi namin ingay. Pasensya na doon. Hoy! Tumahimik na. Triple H defense decisions to name said #1 contender. Okay. So ikaw na magbasa niyan. Ayan. Uy! Kitkat! Pasensya na dun guys ha. Destroy Triple H. BackLash. Pasensya na dun guys ha.
What a reversal.
Oh.
I think Triple H might be the greatest superstar of his generation. I think that in the future, superstars are going to talk about Triple H the way superstars from All's Fair in Love and War, JR.
Di na ako nagalaw.
I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. He countered that and made it look easy. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what... Yes! That was an incredible move! What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating. Clean.
The quickest way to lose a match is to
Di,
underestimate
yung
your
inaasa
opponent.
namin
I
ingay.
don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
Listen to the crowd, JR. Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district.
Sige lang, pasok.
You know, JR, I rack my brain
Ano ba nito match rules?
trying to think of a single flaw in Triple H. And I couldn't come up with anything. It's like he says, he really is the only diamond in this business.
I bet I can help you out there.
Di,
He's arrogant. He's selfish and self-centered. He'll sacrifice anyone
Kit
and
Kat!
anything to get what he wants. He's completely
Pasensya na dun guys
untrustworthy.
ha.
He
Whoa. Hold on there, JR. I know you and the game have some personal history with each other, but that's no excuse to try to diminish his accomplishment.
I've never tried to do that. There's no doubt Triple H has reached a level in this business that few others have, if anyone at all. But that doesn't excuse his actions. What good is it to be the best superstar on the roster
Kit
if you're
Kat!
the worst human being on the face of the earth?
That's just your perspective, JR, but history's written by the winners. I'd change my tune if I were you, unless, of course, you want to go down in the books as being stupid enough to talk trash about Triple H. I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right
Yun.
it is. It comes from the
Kit
pride
Kat!
of submission.
Woo! Pasensya na dun guys ha.
When I look at Triple H, all I see is lost opportunities. He's so talented and so intelligent that he could have made such a positive impact on the business. Instead, he decided that he'd rather win at all costs without any sense of honor or decency.
Listen to you, JR. Honor, decency. You sound like you're 100 years old. Triple H realized early on that winning is the only thing that matters. That's why he's the cerebral assassin.
I am old-fashioned King, and damn proud of it. And if Triple H is the future of this business, I'm perfectly happy
Sakit.
to be stuck in the past. Thank you very much. This is a classic
Yan,
matchup, King.
pinagtaikom na lang
I'm
kapatid
so
ko.
glad the WWE
Aso.
fans are getting the chance to see it.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I'm getting to see it too, JR. I just wish they'd pick up the pace a little.
Oh no, this is classic old school wrestling at its finest. You, of all people, should be able to appreciate that, King.
Wait a minute, JR. You're not trying to say that I'm old, are you?
Of course not, King. Although there was that rumor going around about your social security number was one. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR.
Di,
This match has the potential to be an instant classic, but I think these fans are too stupid to realize it.
How can you say that? Well, it looks to me as if that arm has been targeted for destruction.
oh.
Well, if that's the case, then that's the way to do it. The ring post will do a number on it.
He's got his sights
Sakit.
set on debilitating that arm.
That's smart strategy, JR. It's a lot easier to destroy just one part of your opponent's body than it is to destroy the whole thing. He can't do that,
Ooh.
JR. That's his opponent's finishing move.
You're not going to get him with that one. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your...
Oh, no. It looks like he's done the proverbial Crimson Man.
There's so much blood, the Red Cross ought to be sponsoring this one, JR.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that.
Oh, bawal.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these. He's got his opponent by the arm, and this is going to be ugly.
Wow! Right into the ring post. You might have just broken that arm, JR.
Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. I think I know who's going to win this one, JR.
Oh, really? Enlighten us, King.
Wait a second. Why are you so eager to hear my prediction?
Because I want to know who's going to win. And 9 times out of 10, it's not the superstar you pick.
Do you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling the submission is locked in. This could be...
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping after this!
And there he goes. Can you believe it? He did it! Despite all of Triple H's scheming, the champion has retained the WWE title. And he beat both the #1 contender and the interim GM to do it.
Well, obviously Triple H has been so busy with all his general manager duties that he's gotten a little rusty in the ring. Believe me, I don't think we'd get the same results in a rematch.
And I have no doubt that we'll get to test your theory, King. If I know Triple H...
Okay, BackLash Arena.
Well, I'll just get right to it. I'm sure even a bunch of inbreds like yourself noticed that there was some questionable officiating during the WWE title match at BackLash yesterday. As the general manager of Raw, I'm going to see to it that...
Oh my gosh! It's Mr. McMahon! He must be here to congratulate Triple H.
I'm not so sure about that, King. He doesn't look particularly happy.
Hey, Vince, how was your vacation? When did...
Let's cut the crap, Hunter. You've been given great power as the interim general manager of Raw, but clearly you haven't used it responsibly.
Whoa, Vince.
Instead of featuring Raw superstars like Edge and Kane in the WWE title match at BackLash, you chose to satisfy your own ego and put yourself in the match.
Listen, Vince, you got it all wrong.
No, you listen to me. Number one, you are hereby removed as Raw's interim general manager. And number two, I'm about 5 seconds away from saying the 2 words all these people here tonight and those watching at home want to hear.
You're
So
fired.
you've got that long to get the hell out of my ring before you're the one who's going on vacation. And by God, I mean a permanent one.
Okay. And to Red from VKM. Hey Red, I want you to know that I'm going to be taking over the day-to-day operation here on Raw for a few weeks. And my top priority is to undo some of the damage Triple H did to the WWE title picture. I'm lifting Edge's suspensions and strongly considering him as a #1 contender candidate. But Kurt Angle and Kane are also high on my list as well. I like to see you in action against one of them tonight in a non-title match. Let me know who you like to face and I set it up. Okay, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. So, okay tayo. Okay, si Kane nga kalaban natin.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Raw, live tonight from Las Vegas, Nevada. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I'll tell you, JR, if I were a gambling man, I'd bet everything I knew that this was going to be one of the best Raws ever.
I wouldn't bet against it, King.
Tay.
I know what's on the schedule, and let me just say that these fans have hit the jackpot tonight.
I think someone's going for a high-risk move, JR.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane
Sakit
is
naman.
walking the earth. That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR? He countered that one perfectly. I'll admit it, it's a little scary to watch up close, but I love watching Kane go to work. He's practically unstoppable.
He's certainly not stopped by conscience, that's for sure. Kane will crush anyone and anything that stands between him and his objective.
You say that like it's a bad thing, JR. I think it's great. No one forces a superstar to get into the ring against Kane. And if they, what does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way. And I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some
Di,
fair
di
and balanced
napipigilan yan.
commentary? I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat,
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match. And now it's paying off. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's become so twisted and so evil that it almost sounds like a compliment.
Kane's never going to be up for the Humanitarian of the Year award, JR. But I think that's exactly what makes him such a great superstar. He'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. And that makes for some great
Sakin natin
competition.
pa.
That might be true, King, but Kane also takes a perverse pleasure in inflicting as much pain as possible on anyone who steps in the ring with him. How can having a superstar who tries to end the careers of his opponents be anything but bad for the business? Look at the
Di,
confidence
kailangan tayo.
of this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar.
Here's your winner, the People's Champ.
Kane Angle Red to face off in triple threat tonight. Okay. Ayan. Kaya na magbasa.
Hey, this is Kurt Angle. I just wanted to call and tell you to enjoy your last few hours of being able to walk without crutches. Because when I get in that ring tonight, it's the ankle lock for you, bucko. And a WWE title opportunity for me. I can't wait to see how you plan on defending the title at Vengeance after I've broken your damn ankle.
Okay. Tsaka na.
Welcome to Raw, live from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm Jim Ross with Jerry the King Lawler.
I know I say this a lot, JR, but I think tonight's show is going to be the best one ever.
You might be right, King. Of course, the Raw superstars always seem to find a way to outdo themselves
Patay.
every week, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beaten like
Boo.
when you're in the middle of a slobber knocker. And if you don't have the, he's going up. This could backfire. I don't even know if you can use the word monster to describe Kane anymore. He's climbing up. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. This is a risky
Di,
move.
isa pa.
It could prove to be disastrous.
There's the reversal.
Sakit.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this fight.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the... Uh-oh! Talk about a hole you don't want to find yourself in.
No kidding. This will rearrange your anatomy.
Everyone says that Kurt was one of the greatest superstars in the business, but considering he went from Raw to SmackDown to ECW, that's like claiming to be the world's tallest midget.
Oh, come on, King. Angle's an Olympic member. And he's a multiple-time WWE champion, and he's done just about everything there is to do in this business. He'd be successful no matter where he competes.
Yeah, but do you think it's just a coincidence that he keeps moving to less competitive brands? I think Angle's getting scared.
Oh, come on. Angle's never run from a damn fight in his life, and you know it. I've never seen a challenge set in front of him that he couldn't overcome.
Well, you might be seeing one here tonight, JR. It looks like Angle's got his work cut out for him. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars should...
He went straight for the pin. No eyes on him.
That was so close to 3, he could taste it.
The very sight of Kane makes my blood run cold. What an inhuman monster he is.
You say monster like it's a bad thing, JR. But everyone loves a monster, whether they want to admit it or not. Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman never go out of style.
Well, there's a big difference between seeing a monster in a movie and knowing that a real-life monster like Kane is walking the earth, King.
Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet.
What a reversal.
These superstars sure aren't going easy on each other here tonight.
What'd you expect, King? This isn't ballet, you know.
Oh, really, JR? Gosh, tell me more about your in-ring experience.
Well, I've got a pinfall victory over Triple H to my credit. How about you? Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Look what's going on in the ring. Here's the cover, JR.
Yun, panalo tayo.
This match is over, but it looks like Angle and Kane are done with the champion.
I can't say I'm surprised, JR. The champion has a huge target on his back. Now he's in there with 2 of Raw's biggest guns.
Chair shot for Angle. And 1 for Kane.
Make it 2.
2 shots from that steel chair, and the big red monster Kane is gone.
Hindi, spear.
Champion in half.
If this was a title match, we'd have a new champion right now.
I can't disagree, King. What an impact Edge has made here tonight on Raw.
Okay. So guys, hanggang dun na muna tayo. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Peace out.